Have you ever wondered that simple living may be a skill worth cherishing and not a sacrifice? In a world where personal accumulation is often seen as better, there's a unique community that shows us how willingly sharing resources can actually lead to a richer, more fulfilling life. Welcome to the Hutterite colonies, where simplicity is celebrated and shared responsibilities is not just a lifestyle choice, but a deep-seated philosophy. And let me make myself abundantly clear. I'm not discussing forced sharing from a federal government. Freedom to live and let live is important here. Historically, the Hutterites have fled countries where governments have interfered in their freedoms. Now, in these close-knit colonies, people choose to share in order to embrace the freedom that comes from less material distraction and to focus on what truly matters: family, faith, and service to one another. Young adults who desire to explore a more typical life are often free to leave, but over and over again, they find themselves missing the community of family and friends and freely coming back home. They come back to their familiar homes that have all the conveniences of electricity, modern equipment and products, and even the typical North American home decor. This may not be what you expected, but it's true. The main difference between the Hutterites and you and me is they are surrounded by neighbors they know well and actually interact with. And in their communities, you find a bunch of self-sufficient people who work together to build houses, sew clothes, grow food, and raise animals. The second benefit of freely sharing resources is stronger, deeper connections. In a Hutterite colony, everyone works together. From farming to household chores, tasks are shared, and responsibilities are collective. Working together fosters a sense of interdependence. And when you are dependent on your neighbors, your focus is naturally drawn to the people around you. Instead of competing for resources, time, or attention, the community grows together, creating bonds that are both practical and spiritual. Living this way also cultivates a sense of gratitude and contentment. When you have first-hand experience of the hard work required to bring food to the table and see the dedication of everyone around to cultivate the basic necessities, you begin to appreciate the things that really matter: your relationships, the beauty of farming and nature, and the food on your table. Plus, without the constant drive for more, you are better able to embrace the simple joys of life and find fulfillment in the present moment. Another significant benefit of sharing in the Hutterite lifestyle is financial freedom. Because the colony pools resources for major purchases and shares the work, individual financial pressures are greatly reduced. There's no need for personal debt, no credit cards to keep up with, and no worry about the rising cost of consumer goods. Everything expensive is shared, and everyone contributes in a way that supports the common good. Additionally, by eliminating the need to constantly consume, Hutterites also free themselves from the cycle of stress that comes with consumerism. Without the pressure to buy more, they can live within their means and prioritize experiences that enrich their lives rather than possessions that clutter their homes. And finally, perhaps the greatest benefit of all: spiritual peace. For the Hutterites, living simply aligns with their religious beliefs. It's about humility, stewardship of the earth, and focusing on a life of service. Sharing becomes a way to align with their faith, stripping away distractions to focus on what truly matters in the eyes of God. This quiet, simple way of living allows for deeper reflection, greater mindfulness, and a sense of peace that transcends the material world. So when we look at the Hutterite lifestyle, we see that living simply and sharing isn't a sacrifice. It's a pathway to learning life skills and building community. And this brings freedom that allows them to live fully in the moment, connect with others deeply, and serve a higher purpose. As we consider this way of life, we might ask ourselves, can we too find more by living simply? Can we discover the same freedom and joy that comes with simplicity? The answer may just lie in reducing consumerism, not as a sacrifice, but as a way to reclaim our time, our peace, and our relationships.